Good morning. Good morning. I thought about it after I set the live. I was like, you know what, girl, you mad and it's early in the morning. It's too early in the morning to be mad. But actually, it ain't because what had happened was I slept on it. And when I woke up, I realized how mad it made me. When I woke up, I realized I'm gonna need this to stop. Okay. And I need to know what y'all think after this video. I need to know how you would deal with things because come Monday morning, baby, it's on and popping. Hey, Chakra, what's going on? Good morning. Um, I want to know what y'all think. I want to know how you would handle things. Cause see, check this out, right? So I've changed quite a bit. Okay, I've changed quite a bit. And part of why I changed was because I was able, God showed me how my actions will open doors to things that I don't want open. Good morning, Barn Dog. Good morning, Kimberly. I had realized that my actions will open doors that I don't want open. And even though I could be right per se. So what happens is people try to frustrate you. Good morning, Lackins. And good to see you, boo. People try to frustrate you. They pick on you. They stalk you and do all this stuff so that you could turn around and get out your body, so that you could lose character. And so because the old me ain't too far off, like she right over there. She had just walked off, right? It's not hard to catch a cab and go find the old Fi Babe. But I realized that the old Fi Babe is not always a good thing. Absolutely not. Okay? Because I would handle my own battles. I felt like if it came to me, if it came to my doorstep, oh, we could handle her. However, I'm in God's way when I fight for myself. I'm in God's way when I fight for myself. I'm in God's way when I fight for myself. That don't mean stuff don't keep happening. Stuff continues to happen. It continues to happen. But if I continue to fight the way I understand what I need to, if I go and do things based on my own understanding, right? And based on how I feel things ought to go, I will get in God's way because I am naturally a fighter. Now, sometimes God will tell me, get them. Absolutely. Absolutely. But see, it's got to be when he want me to get them. Like with VS, God told me to get her. By the time God got me to get VS, she had about 50 or 60 victims, literally. And I had the names. I didn't even know what I was getting myself into. That's the difference between when God wants you to fight and when he's like, this battle, I got this one. I need you to just chill. I don't need you to lay a finger on it. You don't even have to think about it. And sometimes it be like that. And in each situation, you don't know which one is going to call for. And that's why it's so important to just walk with God. Because sometimes it is, go ahead and bust their head, Shalina. Bust their head. And other times it's, Shalina, sit down. I got that right there. Okay, I got that. So I got the devil mad at me right now. Let's just be very clear. Okay. I was supposed to be here. I was supposed to have an amazing event. I was supposed to be on YouTube. I wasn't even supposed to be alive, technically. Okay. So every time something good happens for me, them demons be mad. Like, girl, you supposed to still be depressed. You supposed to still be hopeless. What are you doing? We thought we had finished you. Right. But it doesn't work like that because it's not my strength. It ain't my fight and it ain't my victory. And God is going to get the victory. I don't care what you see. This is the thing, right? When you really walk with God, you got to win because God does not lose. He doesn't lose. So you don't lose. Ain't no losses. I don't take no L's and it ain't because I'm so cold-blooded. It's my father is cold-blooded and he puts me up on game. He teaches me what I need to know. He directs my path when I'm going the wrong way. So to ensure that I always win. So here we are. Ever since this event, I have been getting stalked and harassed. Me personally. Now I'm literally sitting in my car right now. I'm sitting in my car right now. Last night, well, not just last night. I've been getting private calls for the longest, right? It's just a part of life for me. To get a bunch of private calls all day, all night is just life for me at this point. I had said I was going to change my phone number. I ain't changing nothing. Okay? I ain't changing ish. Okay? So last night, even yesterday morning, I started getting all these private calls early in the morning, all the way to the evening, right? So last night about 8:30, I started getting these private calls again. Next thing I know, somebody ringing my doorbell. I yell out to Leah, if somebody knocks, don't move. Because she was in the front. I was in the back. I was like, if somebody knocks, don't move. Literally 1 minute later. Now, those of you who have been rocking with me for any amount of time, y'all know I go to that door. Y'all know I go to that door. And the reason I answer my door is because I have a history of being stalked and harassed. And at this point in my life, I just feel like, you're not finna harass me. Whoever you are, you're not about to harass me. I don't give a damn. F you. I don't care if you're mad. I don't care if you're glad. I don't care if you're obsessed. I don't care what your problem. I don't care if you letting the devil use you. I don't care. When you come over here to my house, this is my sanctuary. This is where I get peace at, right here. Okay. So I feel like this. You ain't coming over here disturbing my peace. Not to my house, you not. You could do that mess on social media. You could call this phone as many times as you want. I don't have to answer and won't be. But when you get the nerve to come ring my damn doorbell, and then you ring somebody else's doorbell to let you in, and then you come up to my door and knock, that's where my temper gets the best of me right there. Normally my temper says, go handle that. And I know that's not smart. But the way I'm wired, that's the way that's the way I've been wired, to not let people play with me. And show ain't finna come to my damn house and play with me. No, we not doing that. I don't go to nobody's house effing with them. I'm not calling nobody's phone, harassing them. And all these monitoring, stalking, harassing demons gonna leave me the F alone. Okay? So that's one piece of it. Now, I did not go to the door last night. First of all, I was tired. I was laying in my bed. But something told me that somebody was finna knock on my door. Some told me somebody was finna knock on my door. And that's what made me yell out to Leah, if someone knocks, don't move. I wasn't scared at all. I was pissed. And I wanted to go to that door. I don't even know who it was. I didn't even go to the door to see who it was. Now we got cameras all around this building, all around my building, outside, inside. And I'm going to pull them cameras and find out who that was at my door last night. But my point of telling y'all that was, this is what I deal with regularly because the devil wants me to go hamburger. He'll do stuff like this through people. He'll use people to mess with me like this so that in other areas of my life, I got an attitude or I'm mad or I'm not focused or whatever. And like I said, right now as we speak, I'm sitting in my damn car. Okay? As we speak. Downstairs. Not because I'm big and bad, but I don't play with the devil and he's under my feet and I ain't scared of him. Okay? Absolutely. Now, believe it or not, now I've been getting these calls forever. After that person knocked, I have not gotten one call. Not one more private call. After they knocked, they went back downstairs and rang my doorbell some more. So they all over the cameras. And I'm going to pull those cameras. And I'm going to find out what raggedy demon sent somebody who came over here, let the devil use them. And I'm going to take their picture right on up there to the police station and file charges for stalking and harassment. And that's going to tell me who the hell been blowing my damn phone up like that. Probably Chris, probably not. Because Chris has not knocked on my door in probably 3 years, 2 years. So we're going to find out and we're going to handle that. And I'm glad I didn't go to that door cussing. I'm glad I didn't go to that door with no weapon. Because I've done all that. Yes, yes, yes. I'm glad I didn't do it. Because I want God to handle this. I want God to make it stop. And all the things I've tried, it hasn't made it stop. And I want God to make this stop. I'm sick of it. So that's one piece of it. Then the other piece is my child has been dealing with a bully. My child has been dealing with a bully for like a year and a half now. Now, this little girl, they grew up together, actually. They went to they were in like first grade together. Okay, like first to fifth grade, they were together. They were actually really cool. And, the little girl is extremely smart. When I tell y'all that baby's smart, she is smart. Okay, the little girl that want to bully Leah, she's extremely smart. Always has been like just a gift. Some people just gifted with intelligence. That's how this little girl is, right? But when they reconnected recently, this little girl has been making it her business to bully my child. Now, I'm real patient. Leah is extremely patient and nice sometimes. Okay. Now, her close friend group be saying she mean, but I think that's just because she has boundaries. So they be saying, because I be reading her text messages, child. But I think that's just because she has boundaries and be telling them, no, don't want to go. No, don't want to do this. Don't want to do that, whatever. But it's this other girl who has made it her mission to single my child out and to bully my child. So the most recent thing, well, before I tell y'all the most recent thing that happened, I've been in contact with the school. The school has called me to tell me about situations that I wasn't even aware of that happened at school. They would call me and say, hey, this happened. I called both of the girls in the principal's office. We straightened it out. I just wanted you to know this is what's going on. We've had these conversations with the school already. This girl is relentless. She hates my baby. Okay. And just for context, she is 12 years old and she is about 200 and maybe 15 pounds. Okay. Just for context. Leah is 12 years old and 100 pounds. Just for context. Okay. So I don't know how my child sees this girl looking at a girl that's over twice her size, that can't stand her, that goes out of her way to do stuff to her. I don't necessarily know how Leah sees it. I've asked her, but she just tells me I have learned to ignore her. This is what she tells me, that she has learned to ignore the girl. This is where I'm at with it today, okay? Because most recently, the girl brought some cookies to school, some chocolate chip cookies to school. Gave everybody in the class some cookies, except for who? Leah. And she does this obviously on purpose. She does it on purpose. Leah don't give a damn about no cookies. Leah eats Crave cookies, crumble cookies. We got a whole crumble cookie membership. Leah don't care about her cookies. It's the principle that you continue to do little ish to try to make my baby feel away, to try to isolate my child. And I don't send my child to school to deal with your little fat butt. See, I shouldn't call that little girl fat, but she continues to harass my child and pick on my baby. She even threatened to get physical with Leah one time. And see, on that, I don't know if she don't know Leah. She doesn't know Leah. Because Leah has her mama ways when it comes to that. I was the same way. Didn't bother nobody. Was popular. Didn't mess with nobody though, but was real popular. But if you bothered me, you would see the devil come out. And that's how Leah is. Leah got a side to her that is scary. Leah had a fight with her cousin one time, y'all, when she was like 7 years old. Do y'all know she snatched my niece's braids out the root of her head? Like 2 of her braids. Leah did at like 7. Snatched 2 or 3 of my niece's box braids out from the root. I'm in Chicago, they say I'm country. She did. I didn't know what to think. I felt horrible. Like, this my daughter and this is my niece. And they fighting, and my daughter then set up and snatched this girl. And I didn't even know that Leah was capable of that at the time. But that's when I found out. That's when I found out. I said, oh, she like her mama. Oh, like, ain't no sense in playing with it and acting like, oh, where'd she get that from? No. I know where she got that from. So when the girl threatened Leah physically, Leah told me, Mom, I wasn't worried about that girl. And I knew she wasn't. But I teach Leah not to fight. She's a female. We are living our soft life. Her mom, she is getting the healed or healing version of her mother. Her mother ain't out here fighting no more. And I raised her. We don't fight, baby. We don't fist fight. We are women. We are ladies. We are, you know what I'm saying? We are feminine. We don't do that. We don't mess our hair up. We don't mess our nails up. We don't be in public yelling. We don't do that ghetto mess. No, baby. We're too cute for that. We don't do that. You know? So even when the girl threatened her to fight her physically, Leah was not worried about her. And that was like when they first reconnected. That was over a year ago. So she hasn't, I guess she saw Leah ain't scared of me on no physical fight. So she ain't threatened her no more on that, you know. But this cookie situation, Friday. And so the girl brought cookies, gave everybody in the whole class cookies except for Leah. Now, because the people in Leah's class are crazy about her, they gave her they cookies. Leah said them cookies was so nasty, and she didn't even want none, but she tasted one and she was like, they nasty. But my thing is, even though Leah tells me I have learned how to ignore this girl, my child should not have to learn how to ignore no 304. No 304, no 403, no 512, no 608, none of them. You don't have to learn how to ignore nobody because they want to bully you. And so when I woke up this morning and I thought about that crap, I said, you know what? Just like whoever the hell that was at my door last night, this situation with this little girl at this school, this is about to end too. It's over. We about to end this. And then the girl got mad because some of the people she likes gave my baby some cookies. Get over your life. And you mad because your point was to make her feel isolated because you're overweight and you're insecure. You're overweight and you're insecure and you're looking at my child come to school lit. Uh-huh. And you want her to feel bad the way you feel bad about yourself. Now, I'm about to tell you what I want to do, and then I need y'all to tell me what you would do. So at this point, I've already spoken to the school. Every time a situation happens, I speak to the school. At this point, I want to have a meeting with my child, her mama, the girl mama, the girl, and the school. I want to have a meeting. Now, I've been thinking about, I better already know what I'm going to say because I know me. And I'll just say it how it is. I know me. I'll go in that meeting and say, ma'am, your child is jealous of my child and is harassing my child, and I need you to make her stop. That's what I would say. But I could still say that, but not in that way to get the results I want. Ain't no sense in going nowhere cutting up if you know you got a goal in mind. If I know my goal is to get this to stop, ain't no sense in me going in there cutting up and then I don't get the situation ended. So I don't want to go in there talking the way I know I would talk and telling that girl, you jealous, leave my damn child alone. I don't want to do that. I told a teacher one time, y'all, this teacher hit Leah. You know, I went up to that school and told that teacher, I will kill you. You know, I did that. God has brought me from a long way. God has really brought me. I don't play about my child. And I think it's because I lost a child. You know what I'm saying? That protective mode be on 10. I think it's because I lost a child and I lost her daddy. And her father was a protector. Her father was a protector. So a lot of times I be thinking like, man, if Leon was here, child, if Leon was here, would none of this be happening? So I try to honor him as well, because he wouldn't have it. He wouldn't play that mess. So I try to honor him as well as her father. But I want to have a meeting. I want to find the right words to say. And good morning, everybody. I'm sorry I didn't speak to the later people that came in. Good morning. And thank you guys so much for being here. Shout out to the Babe Nation spokeswoman. She gave me a detox recipe, and I'm going to try it out to once and for all get rid of my cough and, my sinuses and stuff that's been kicking up. But I want to go in there Monday. I want to request a meeting Monday, and I want to I need to meet with her parents immediately. Yeah. Yeah. And so the other thing about it though is because of the way Leah is, Leah don't want me to say nothing. Well, she know how I am too, she's seen me go ham. So maybe she's thinking I'm gonna go in there and go ham. I'm not gonna go in there and go ham because that won't accomplish what I'm trying to accomplish. And that'll give the devil his glory. He ain't getting no glory over here. I'm not gonna cuss nobody out. I'm not doing that. But this situation does need to come to an end. It's been too long. And my child does not have to deal with no damn bully. Yes, Bush Babe. Good morning, grown folks. Or call your local news if you don't get answers. Okay. And the reason I said I'm going to meet with the school first, because truthfully, the school has been on top of it. Because like I said, they'll call me and say, hey, Miss Simmons, I just wanted you to make you aware of a situation that took place today. I'm at work somewhere. I don't know what the little girl doing to my baby. They call me and tell me she did this to Leah, or she said this to Leah. And so we called them both in the back, and they know Leah. First of all, let's be clear. My baby is on super honor roll. So yes, the little girl is very smart, but Leah is very smart too. I don't know if that's an issue or if there's a competition there. In math, my daughter ranks, and I shared this with y'all when it happened. My daughter ranks high nationally in math. And she got that from her daddy too. He did too when he was in school. So I don't know if there's a competition going on. I don't know what's going on. All I know is when I send my child to school, she goes to learn. She has friends, and she not in there bothering nobody. Even her teachers tell me this. Even her teachers tell me Leah is quiet. Leah does her work. Leah is respectful. Leah is timely. Even her teachers, they have nothing but great things to say about her, and she gets very good grades. So, because the school is already so understanding, they're definitely gonna understand this. They're gonna understand it. I'm sorry, y'all, for coughing. They're gonna understand it. And I want to express my frustration. hmm I want to express my frustration with the situation, and get this over with. Because although Leah tells me she's learned how to ignore the girl and the girl don't bother her and blah blah blah, man, look, I don't care about none of that. Let's be very clear. I don't care about none of that, because first of all, you don't have to learn how to deal with no bully. And see, Leah just doesn't know. And that's why it's my job to show her. I'm going to show her through this situation how to deal with somebody that want to play on your time, how to deal with somebody who can't take you. I'm gonna show her how to do it using this situation. So when she's older and she's in the workplace and there's a bum that can't take her because she come to work smelling good, looking like she make way more than she make because she got other stuff going on, and she keeping her being to herself. She ain't there to entertain nobody because she ain't no monkey in no circus. She's just there doing her work. She's gonna know how to deal with a disgusting hater on a job that's just mad and can't take. These type of people are always gonna be in your life when you a baddie. When you're a baddie, you're always gonna deal with stalkers and haters. Absolutely. But you deal with them. You don't learn to ignore them. But you don't deal with them in a way that's going to make you lose your blessing. And that's what the devil wants from me. He wants to keep picking on me because he know how I would respond. He was there when I told that lady, I will kill you. And meant it. Said it to her face in front of the principal because she put her hands on my child and then tried to lie about it. And got popped. And then when I told her that, she was looking at me like I was crazy. Now, don't look crazy. Look at me the way you was looking at my child when you hit her in her head. She hit my baby in her forehead. Sure did. Open-handed. You know how somebody like muff you, but on the with the palm of their hand, the palm of her hand hit my baby's forehead. She hit my baby in the forehead. Mm-hmm. And my baby came home and told me. She was only about 5 years old, 6. She came home and told me, Mommy, my teacher hit me. I went up to the school. I said, my daughter said you hit her. I didn't hit her. I didn't hit her. I said, can you bring Leah in here? Leah came right in. She said, yes, you hit me. And then showed me. I said, show me how she hit you. Do it to me what she did to you. Leah did to me what she told me the teacher did to her in front of the teacher. Took her hand and hit me in the forehead. I looked over at that teacher, and that's when I told her, yeah, okay, don't you ever put your hands on my child. Baby, when I tell you they was trying to get me up out of that school so fast, baby, they was trying to get me up out of there, honey. Oh, yes, they was trying to get, yeah, baby. So these are the things, right? These are the things. Once you heal, once God is working on you, it's always this war to make you go backwards, to make you say something you shouldn't say, make you do something you shouldn't do. And I'm not going, but I am going to deal with it, but I'm going to deal with it using wisdom. So if you have any advice for me, because I'm requesting this meeting on Monday. If you have any advice for me, I would greatly appreciate if you would put it in the comment section. Shout out to y'all. I love y'all. I'll call y'all back. Peace.